Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm your host, Cole Denis, and please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date on everything Steelers. But let's get rolling. As Tomlin might have hoped, the seat would have cooled down a little bit after the win over the Ravens this past Sunday, but hasn't really simmered down at all. Uh, Tomlin still remains on the hot seat as the season progresses here. Really is going to come down to these final 4 weeks. And honestly, truly, teams like we're going to make the playoffs really could come down to if we win a playoff game, does Tomlin keep his job? Can't see us, even if we go one and done in the playoffs again, getting rid of Tomlin. It's just truly not the Steeler way to move on from a head coach. And we know it's always easy and fun to say fire the head coach. It happens everywhere around the league. Happens a lot in recent years with Pittsburgh. Even 10 years ago, it was happening a lot around Mike Tomlin and the lack of playoff performances, quality playoff performances then. It's only continued over those past 10 years, but there's been no action taken. I don't see any action being took this offseason to get rid of Mike Tomlin, especially after the wins that happened this past weekend. I mean, beating the Ravens was huge for him, maintaining a firm grasp on his position as head coach here with the Steelers. Once again, it's easy to say fire the head coach, but truly name five head coaches better than Mike Tomlin in the league right now. Uh, I mean, you could say it's easy to name five. I really don't think anyone's resume on paper really stacks up to Mike Tomlin's resume that he's put forward in his 19 years here in Pittsburgh. Let's keep on rolling. One of the main issues with this team right now is the wide receiver situation, and it does seem like the Steelers are moving forward with the veterans in Adam Thielen. He's going to be the number two. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's going to be the slot guy or number three wide receiver, however you want to put it. Does this fit the Steelers' receiving issues? Now, it did this past weekend against the Ravens. For some reason, they were running one-on-one coverage with DK Metcalf. Wasn't anyone shaded over top a couple times, and Aaron Rodgers was able to take advantage of that. So, if we're going off of the 1 week sample size, it looks like it could definitely positively affect passing game. It worked phenomenally the first week. We've had these veterans in the starting lineup. Rodgers put up his most passing yards of the season, had his best game of the season. But truly, no receiver besides DK Metcalf had over one reception. Everyone had one reception, receiver wise. We had a couple running backs and tight ends over one reception, but receiver wise, everyone only had one reception. So not a lot of production still coming from that unit, but maybe the attention is just enough needed to let DK break free. And maybe Adam Thielen, once they start doubling DK again, hopefully Adam Thielen and Marquez Valdez-Scantling can start to create space once there's a little less attention being paid to them because of DK's performance he was able to put up against the Ravens. And you never know, he could run it back this weekend against the Dolphins. And talking about the Dolphins, they are going to town, and this is a game the Steelers cannot overlook. This is an easy trap game on the schedule. The Dolphins kind of hot right now. They started the season really poor, and they've worked their way back to 6-7. Same record as the Chiefs, same record as the Ravens. Dolphins did struggle to start the year, but have been finding a groove as of recent. Their pass rush has been improved also as of recent. This is an easy trap game for the Steelers. This is one of those types of weeks the Steelers look past a weaker opponent, the thought to be weaker opponent, and we get caught slipping and we lose. Hopefully, having the veteran presence of Rodgers in the backfield quarterbacking this team, the offense doesn't take this lackluster defense lightly. Hopefully, the protection is able to hold for Rodgers this weekend or next Monday. It's a Monday night game, so the extra day should help us get a little bit more healthier going into this game. But this is an easy one for us fans. And if us fans can look past a team, trust me, the players can too. They're only human also. They can also get caught lacking and look past the team and end up holding an L against a team we have no reason we should be losing to, especially considering Tua finally won his first colder weather game in New York this past weekend against the Jets. It's the Jets. He's not good in the cold. Tua's never been good in the cold. We can't let him start finding that cold groove and continue to do it against us. We got to hold him down. Got to shut down Tua. Don't let that offense matriculate down the field. Definitely pay attention to A-Chain on the backfield because he is the real weapon of that offense right now. Let's wrap up today's show talking about our potential ceiling. What is the Steelers' ceiling for this season now that we've taken back control of the AFC North and it looks like we will be making the playoffs now? I'm not writing that in stone just yet. Steelers haven't locked it in that we haven't clinched anything yet. That's what I'm trying to say here. The Steelers haven't clinched anything, but right now it is looking fairly positive that we will make the playoffs. Can the Steelers make a deep playoff run? It is really going to come down to that first matchup. Seems like we're going to be the 4 seed if we make the playoffs. Can we beat the Bills is what it comes down to. And truly, the first half of that Bills game had me thinking we could beat good teams. We could hold an offense like the Bills to under 10 points and a half. And if we can do that just twice, you got to hold the Bills under 10 points and a half, not even under 10 points, under 17 points and a half, 2 times. If you can do that, more than likely we will be walking out of that game with a win. And then the weaker opponents come marching in. I know they're technically not the weaker opponents, but they're less experienced. And that's what makes them weaker come playoff time. If we can knock out Allen, Rodgers is clearly the most experienced quarterback when it comes to playoff time. It could lead to that deep run in the playoffs and maybe a historic number 7 for us Steelers fans. Now, that is a very slim chance, of course, but we can all dream. That has been it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Denis, and I will see you tomorrow.